I am learning to thrive in the gig economy. Would you like to learn too? This week was kind of a frustrating one for me. If you work in an office, you get paid a salary no matter what. So sometimes it doesn't really matter if potential clients don't come through the way you expect them to. But this week, Monday, I had a potential real estate client didn't show up for an appointment. Called me a half hour later with an excuse and then declined to reschedule. And then another real estate client was supposed to meet with me today. He told me to call on Monday to confirm a time, and he stopped taking my phone calls. And he didn't respond to my texts, and he didn't respond to my emails. Needless to say, he didn't show up on Wednesday today. That's really frustrating because, when you're an entrepreneur and you waste your time sitting in an office and waiting for somebody to show up, sometimes you can't do other work and it costs you. And that was my situation this week. And um, so, what do you do in those bad times when you have a frustrating week and nothing's seems to be going right? Well, I have a support group, which I think everybody should have. And that is two or three people who are entrepreneurs like me, working for themselves, and are filled with positive energy. Because your family's going to say they support you. Your friends are going to pat you on the back and say, "Don't worry, it's a bad week. What's the big deal?" You know. But when you're able to get together with entrepreneurs and talk about these problems, they really feel your pain. They can really give you some good advice on how to deal with things. And in this case, I had a coffee with a um, woman who's an entrepreneur who has three or four companies like I do, doing different things. And she was talking about how to juggle and whatnot. And she's got such positive energy that I walked away feeling good, and that's what you need. You need to have people who understand your situation and who are positive about it. Not necessarily that they're going to give you great advice, because what can you do? Clients didn't show up. They didn't show up. It's not like she could have solved that for me. But the fact is, she understood because she's been in those situations. And so she was able to talk about some of the frustrations she's had, from some of the things that are going well in her life. And I was talking about some of the things that have been going well with me. And so she was able to steer me into a better space because she got me concentrating on the good that I've been doing over the last week or so rather than the negative. And that's important. And that's important if you're an entrepreneur, to be around people that are going to help you see the good, help you see the positive rather than the negative. And I wonder, do you have people in your life that you can call and go and do that with? Obviously your spouse is always going to be supportive, but I'm saying the people who understand what you're trying to do as an entrepreneur. Do you have somebody, just two or three people that you can sit down and say, "Hey, this has been my week. What am I doing? Should I really be doing this?" Of course, they're going to give you some positive feedback, and they're going to tell you how to get back up on your feet. It's really important. Um, if you do have somebody like that, and you've got some good advice on how to stay positive, I'd really like to hear about it. Put it in the comments down below. And if this video has helped you in any way, please hit the like button. YouTube would be very happy if you did that. And subscribe to the channel because you don't want to miss next week's episode. Thank you, and talk to you again next week. Bye.